I just know a hiatus hates to see 911 coming because we're 6 episodes into season 9. We're already on the holiday break, and 4 of those episodes were an opening emergency. Girl, whatever. It's nearly 1 a.m. I just got home from my restaurant job, and you're getting the unfiltered version because earlier today, before my shift, I recorded a 10-minute long video on all of this, and it was very well thought out and coherent. Sadly, TikTok ate that video, so you're getting the unhinged 1 a.m. version of whatever the hell I said earlier. Lock in. First things first, we're going to start out positive. Things I liked. I'm liking new character combinations, specifically Buck and Harry. I enjoyed that. It was really cool seeing Buck bond with Harry, kind of taking over a mentorship role, training Harry. Harry is making boneheaded young adult choices right now, but he's going to mature. He's going to mature. It's going to be okay. However, him wearing Bobby's turnouts, that was a big, large freaking no for me. And Athena was far too nice, in my opinion. But, she's tired, and I get it. I am enjoying the way they're handling Athena's grief and how she's moving forward and choosing to move forward. I thought the whole storyline with her kind of readdressing May's attempt was interesting, and it was a cool scene to have between the two of them. I'm really curious to see where they go with May's storyline this season. I know she is a main now in season 9, and we've seen more of Harry so far, so I'm assuming we're going to get a lot more May in the coming episodes, and that's exciting to me. I do like these characters. I know he's not a main, but I would like to see more Ravi as well, as do all of you. Um, and I'm honestly shocked that they wrapped up the Chim captain storyline so fast. I thought that was going to be like the overarching plot for him this season, and he's already captain. So I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what his story is going to do after this point because I genuinely thought we weren't going to get there for like a bit longer. So, okay, but good for him. I'm glad he's captain. I don't want some random new character being brought in. Hell no. Hell no. Thank you. Keep the Fire Fam as they are. You've freaking ruined it enough as it is. 911. Don't touch it. um so I liked that. Um I liked seeing more Eddie Diaz and Dia de los Muertos. That was a great episode. Look, I'm not going to get into the discourse about the religiousness of it all. I did not have a religious upbringing. I don't have religious trauma in that regard. I can't speak on it. If you do and you're triggered by that, I totally understand. It's your right. I do prefer the way, or I did prefer the way they handled Catholicism with Bobby Nash, but I get where Eddie's character ended up by the end of that episode, and I thought it was a good sort of way for him to sort of process his grief around Shannon, Bobby, Abuela. Um, Horrendous that we had to take Abuela out in the process, but they just be doing that in this show now, I guess. Some really great Eddie moments, and we've been starved for Eddie Diaz, so I will take what I can get, pretty much. Great to see Christopher again. Again, we're not seeing him really at all, so any little glimpse of Christopher, I freak the fuck out. So enjoying that. So those are the things I've liked recently. Now on to things that are rubbing me the wrong way a little bit. The whack ass timeline. I cannot figure out how much time is passing in between events. It's really starting to bother me. Specifically, like how much time passed between Abuela's passing and the next episode, because no one brought it up. And I don't know if it's one of those things where Eddie is like not wanting to talk about it, so he hasn't told anyone, but I have a hard time believing that Buck didn't know about it or like doesn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? And like maybe enough time has passed now where it's like no longer a topic of conversation at work because Lord knows we're not seeing them outside of work. But you know what I'm saying? And also they're being like extremely vague about certain story points, and it's getting under my skin. And I know that the average general audience member does not give a fuck, but like why are they being sketchy about where Buck was living when Eddie moved back? Obviously he got a house, but they were saying that like it took a long time for the house to become available, and like but then he wasn't living at Eddie's, so like where the hell was he living? Was he in an Airbnb? Was he at Maddie's? Why are they being weirdly vague about it? Did I miss something? You know what I'm saying? Like just answer the question. Where was he? Why are we being weird? Like, look, I'm okay with reading in between the lines subtext. Look, I love some subtext, right? I understand that a lot of things in this show happen off screen because we have such a large ensemble and there's no way we're getting to it all the time given how much screen time the emergencies take up. But it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I am having to do mental gymnastics to understand what is happening to these characters off screen and in the time we don't see them because they're being so vague in canon. And if I wanted to just go read or come up with headcanons, I could go to other websites for that. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? So that is something that I'm a little bit like, But again, we're only 6 episodes deep in the season, so it's hard to say where they're going to, what they're going to write moving forward for all the other episodes. What are there? 12 more episodes left? A lot can happen in 12 episodes, as we know. Not super thrilled with Hen hiding this medical issue from her family. I get it though. She tends to kind of hide things, and also she doesn't want her family to worry. I understand that. And I know they need to make conflict because it's a TV show. I get it. However, they're not going to eliminate Hen. They just eliminated Bobby, and we saw how that worked out. They're not going to take Hen off the board. So she's going to be okay. So I'm curious how much actual screen time this, like, I'm assuming it's a brain tumor, is going to take up, and like what they're going to do with that. It does feel like her time though for the 911 gods to kind of mess with her. It does kind of feel like that, unfortunately. They sort of go through the characters one by one. So I'm not surprised. I'm alarmed though. I'm alarmed. Um and I know it's only a matter of time before they fuck with Maddie again because they love to fuck with Jennifer Love Hewitt. They love to see her cry. So we have that to look forward to, I'm sure. Whether or not Buck and Eddie will ever like have a real scene together again, who's to say? Who's to say? You know? We're surviving off of crumbs at this point. I am trying so hard not to doom, y'all. Like, it goes against my very nature, my very dooming nature. And boy, howdy, do we have a lot to doom about at this point in time. But all of it is speculative. So I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. We will revisit the buddy conversation in mid January. Okay, I need another 2 episodes to really solidify the thoughts I'm having and to formulate an opinion on what's going on. Until then, though, it's too early to tell. So keep your wits about you this hiatus season. Okay, be kind to each other if you can, and we'll be back. We'll be back to talk about 911 soon enough. So thanks for watching.